Hello. So now we have Team Howick. They have matched up once before in the pool stages, with Streamline taking out the singular match against Team Howick, and Streamline actually undefeated so far in this tournament.
Definitely a very solid gameplay by Team Streamline. Hixie, the amazing, sexy fucking Earthshaker.
Yeah. Hixie the sexy Earthshaker, following in the footsteps of sexy Bamboo from years ago, or Bambo, whatever it was.
Bambo, man.
Yeah.
It's Bambo.
Bambo. And Team Howick not liking that Bat Rider, so banning it out. Also not liking the Queen of Pain, banning it over things like the Sniper, Troll, Axe, and one other, Storm Spirit.
So it looks like either they're going to pick up Storm Spirit. I'm pretty sure Streamline will. One of their favorite heroes, it seems.
Yeah, it's a hero that you can really do well, especially if you can add kind of somebody else that can do some damage at a range and really secure the pickoffs that Storm can find you.
Definitely.
The Silencer has not been banned out, so it is a possibility that Streamline may want to pick that up before it gets banned as a good counter to the Storm Spirit. He also, works just as a great teamfight hero as well.
Yeah. So they pick up the Storm Spirit. I think that was also kind of a denial pick, so that Team Streamline couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah. In terms of a mid lane against that, we have seen the Shadow Fiend run, and what else have we seen against the Storm? In fact, I think the Pudge didn't get played mid that game where it got picked up by Click Time. Oh, who are out? They lost to DBN as well, didn't they? Damn! No more Pudge! What are we going to do with our lives? And there's the Lion. Lion is the most picked hero in this tournament so far. I think this will be the 15th time he's been picked.
Yeah, it is definitely the 15th time he's been picked up. Win percent is about 50, isn't it?
I don't quite remember. I can minimize and take a look. I wonder if this will still be up on the screen if I do this. Let's take a look. Doop. Yeah, there we go. So I can minimize and take a look. So let's take a look at the hero stats and see.
They pick up an Axe as well. So definitely a nice and very, very common pickup is Lion Axe or Axe Lion.
Yeah, so the Lion has a 64% win rate, and did you say Axe?
Axe was the other pickup, yes.
Axe has only been picked 4 times, 50% win rate so far. So yeah, I mean, Axe gets picked up a lot, but 50% win rate, it's not showing that he's particularly strong, and they're going to pick up the Silencer with the Storm. Now that's not bad, because unless you have something like an Orchid, it means that when the Storm jumps in, you can almost guarantee whatever kill he's going for by Silencer ulting, even if he's in a fairly dangerous position.
Yeah, the safety of getting out as well was very good for him.
Yeah, exactly. It means that you can actually initiate onto almost 5 in the mid game, because you're unlikely to have anybody with bashes, and they'd have to have someone who's gone Orchid, which at the moment they don't have, but we do not know what they're going to pick up for that mid laner.
Also, it looks like Howick has actually done a bit of homework on going up against Streamline, banning out very much a lot of their favorite picks. Looking at Quap, we're looking at Bat Rider and Phantom Lancer just now. They are doing their homework on these guys.
Yeah.
Good to see.
So
because last time they let them have all of those.
I don't know how to get more stats on them. I don't know if I can. It's only showing win-loss if I take a look at the actual team itself. I can open
goes ahead
individual
and
things.
bans Witch Doctor. What do you think on that?
Banning Witch Doctor from Streamline. It's kind of interesting, really. I guess they're looking at something that they don't want to play. I mean, your Axe, when he jumps in, if he doesn't get the call on the Witch Doctor, he usually stands quite still. It's usually quite an easy hero to maledict. Other than that, you've got the cask bouncers, which, as you know, go through fog and can also interrupt anything. So say if you're picking up an Enigma, etc., even if he catches the Witch Doctor in there, or everybody in there, the cask, if the Witch Doctor had got it off beforehand, can bounce around and stun you and really ruin what you're trying to do. He's quite a heavy damage support, especially with that ultimate. You get an Aghanim Scepter up on him and whew.
Whew, the damage comes out from everywhere. Whew.
It really does.
Definitely. So I wonder what they're going to pick up now. They could look into getting maybe their mid laner, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, the mid lane is obviously Storm. We might see either Shadow Fiend, probably. I think Shadow Fiend might be their main pickup.
Yeah, it's obviously Storm, and we've also seen, I think just about every time I've seen Storm picked up, they've also banned the TA, not wanting to have that matchup for the Storm Spirit in mid. We see a ban
Definitely
out
hard for it to deal damage for it. Him to deal damage.
Clockwork offlaner from Streamline.
I don't quite get it, because if you do use Remnant, you also get the overcharge, the overload buff. And the overload buff is separate to your attack. So when you do it, it actually hits 2 instances off rather than 1.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. But I mean, still, she absorbs 8, so at last, unless it's been nerfed.
At least I'm pretty sure that is. I'm not sure on the effects on it.
Streamline here doing what they usually do, using up a lot of reserve time at about this stage. In fact, it's usually during the next pick ban stage that they would use up most of this time, but obviously having a little bit of trouble thinking about their draft. So they've left themselves with 50 seconds still. And there's the Shadow Fiend mid we were talking about. It's pretty popular with them. It's a lineup that, honestly, I think they don't really. The Lion can do it, but it's a lineup that they need to give the Shadow Fiend just a little bit of support in lane for maybe the first 2 creep waves. Just if they can zone that Storm Spirit out from the creep wave for the first 2, it's going to give Shadow Fiend a good enough start for him to actually be able to compete in that lane against the Storm Spirit. Otherwise, it will end up being. I mean, it won't be impossible. It will be a tough lane. I'm not saying Shadow Fiend can't win it, but it will be a tough lane.
It's really a battle of the mids at that stage.
Vengeful Spirit. What do you think about
Interesting. It's probably going to be used to counter initiate against Axe. Axe comes in and calls 1, you swap them with Venge. That would be my guess for it. It also definitely kind of it also bans uses of Batrider and Enigma. Batrider already been banned anyway,
yeah.
but
I mean,
it stops Enigma choices.
It's a good positioning hero. You get the sight from Wave of Terror as well, which is very nice. And secondly, you can do things like, as you said, just make sure you can try and save that Silencer or the Storm Spirit. Being a snowball hero, especially Storm Spirit, is very, very important that he doesn't die. So saving him, even if you sacrifice the Vengeful Spirit, can really be worth it.
There's a Trend Protector pickup here. That's
synergizes well with the Axe.
Yeah, it's pretty good for the Axe. That's about all I can see from it, unless you're going to be going into a Blink Dagger build.
With the Shadow Fiend as well to hold them around for that Requiem, but
it's definitely okay. I'd say it's a respectable pick, and it also hides their hand as far as what goes for their
Centaur.
Hard carry.
It also, the Treant Protector is actually not bad against the Storm Spirit. Because the Storm Spirit does such a lot of burst damage with the Overload and stuff at the start, you negate. It works in a similar manner to the TA Refractions, in that you negate a lot of that initial burst from the Storm Spirit with the Living Armor.
So here we're going to see most likely a hard carry ban.
Yeah, I'm thinking both teams still have to pick up their hard carry here. We could see an offlaner for Team Howick and leave the Centaur as their farmer top, but I kind of feel like we are going to see a hard carry for both teams here. So it'll be interesting to see what they ban. Looking at what might be really good against their team. I mean,
against Team Howick?
Yeah, they're going to ban out the Juggernaut.
I think a good pickup for Streamline might even be just the Void. Wombo to Wombo. But even then, you don't really need the Void Ultimate to initiate. You'll have Axe, you'll have possibly Trend Protector if he gets off Blink Dagger. Maybe even, in fact, PA would probably be the best possible pickup.
I mean, Spectre's still in the pool, and the teams have really been loving Spectre at the moment.
5 seconds.
I would personally look towards PA and build her into Battle Fury BKB, because it's very easy to keep her alive against that lineup currently.
Spectre has an 80% win rate so far in this tournament, so...
Something to consider, I guess. Yeah, but I would possibly go PA.
Especially with the ability to kind of initiate from wherever you are with farm. The Treant Protector to give you that tankiness even while he's not in lane. And, I mean, you could be anticipating a fairly difficult lane here if you've got Centaur +1, maybe a Silencer Centaur, but...
Seeing how Streamline have played the Trent, I'd just be packing wards onto the bot lane and get him away.
Yeah.
Because all he seems to do is just sit in the bot lane or scout constantly, whereas if you have the wards and you kick him out of the jungle, then he's not doing his what he effectively wants to achieve.
Yeah, he wants to go down there and just soak up experience. He doesn't really lane against you. He wants to get that level 6 to be effective, because it's got a very low cooldown ultimate, and get the levels in that living armor to make sure that the rest of his team doesn't die. They're actually going to ban out Morphling.
An okay ban. Maybe it's something to go against how they've played before.
Yeah,
but
it's a difficult carry for them to take out, like in terms of killing, and he does end up doing a lot of damage late game.
10 seconds.
I'm not sure how well it actually synergizes with the rest of the team. I kind of wouldn't have thought it would be a pickup here from Streamline, but there you go. And here we go. Into reserve time for the last pick.
Reserve.
In 20-ish seconds, we might find out. And it's going to be. I'm going to say Spectre.
Ollie. We have ourselves muted.
Okay.
Jesus,
We're doing
Jesus,
really well
Ollie.
at that.
Jesus, Ollie, what have we done?
I wasn't muted. I was talking the whole time. People just didn't have their things turned up.
Remaining.
Ladder. Woo.
Dire team.
Bit of the old early
Fixed
game.
Slud, we've seen them do this before. Who was it against?
Team Howick.
Was it against Howick?
I think so. I'd pick up PA.
It worked really, really well. They actually had the Queen of Pain on the other side, not the Storm Spirit last time, but the same kind of thing applies here. They both have an escape, but they're both quite squishy. The Slardar will rip through them in the duration of one stun. In fact, it was. There was the Shadow Fiend matchup as well. You've got the armor down from the presence of the Dark Lord on the Shadow Fiend as well, and you just absolutely tear through any hero. We're probably going to see a quick... Because it'll be a number one farming Slardar, and we're going to see probably a very, very quick blink here, and then into Vanguard is what happened last. Invoker!
A very, very weird pickup.
Safe lane Invoker? That's a weird pickup to put into a squishy lineup when you're going against a Slardar Axe. Like, they've got some really tanky... I mean, so do you with the Centaur, but they've got some really tanky frontliners to really get up in your grill.
It's an interesting pickup. Maybe it is to hopefully deprive them of mana.
Yeah, it could be. And we got the pause come out straight away. Someone's DC'd. We got Axe being played by Rain. So that's interesting. Rain so far has been playing our supports, but it looks like he's going to be playing kind of like a number 4.
He played the offlane.
No, it'll be a number 3.
Player.
Sure?
Yeah, Rain was the offlane player.
Okay. We got Merp on our Lion. We have Sacrifusion, our mid lane player, on our Shadow Fiend. On Hexy the Sexy on our tree. No Earthshaker for him today. And not picked up yet, we have Lead the Masses that's going to be playing our carry, which was... Who the fuck was it?
Not going to tell you to put you on the spot.
Oh my god.
Slardar!
That's right. On the other side, we have Storm doing a silly pose, but T-Raw picking up the Vengeful Spirit. On the Invoker, we have Justin. Storm Spirit, we have Pink Ball, which is quite fitting, because he kind of is a pink ball, if that's the hat, I think it is. No, he's got no cosmetics, so he's not a pink ball, he's a blue ball. Heart playing our Centaur, and Sinoj on our Silencer.
It is a great Storm pose.
It is a cocky as all hell. Dun, 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 dun.
Waiting on
yeah.
Lead the Masses to join back in here.
Hopefully he's going to be back shortly.
So let's take a look for these last hits and deniers. 0 on all teams here. It seems pretty even.
Yeah, let's take a look at the goal graph. I mean, as you can see, 12 minutes through, it's still just flatlined the whole way. I mean, it's almost as if nothing's happened in this game. Same here. If we take okay, let's take a look at the vision from both teams, shall we? You can see that we still have all the tier 1 towers up, both mid, bottom, and top for the Radiant here. That's really good at this point in the game. But you see the same on the Dire side. In fact, it almost looks like they have a... Wait, what? Dude, what? Take a look at the Dire vision. There's like a weird extra range bonus bit of like vision down here. I swear that goes further away from the tower than this does.
Doesn't matter. It's not supposed to be completely symmetrical.
Yeah, it is. It's supposed to be a circle of radius X as long as you're on like the same ground level. That's super weird.
But the positions of the towers are slightly off, so it wouldn't matter. Whereas this one here is covered in more trees, so it's
yeah, but if you look at the Radiant one, look at the boundary for it. It's like nice and curvature, nice and circular. Whereas you look at this one and it's like...
Because of the trees!
It's...
Must be because of these trees here.
No, it's not because of the trees. Look at this. This is a fucking oval. Look at this shit. This is not a circle. Oh, maybe it is. It's just a giant-ass circle. Yeah, okay. Whatever. We're good. We're good. Don't worry. If we take a look here at the current gold, we see everybody on 625, apart from Orange, who's doing terribly and doesn't even have a hero. Oh! Oh my gosh! He got a hero. The Lord has spoken. You shall have Slardar. Have you noticed that the tier 1 towers are invulnerable right now?
Yep, they're invulnerable until the creep spawn, just like in Dota 1.
Did not know that. Does that mean that you can't, like, tier 1 push straight away because there's no backdoor protection?
Can't with no creeps.
Roshan's not invulnerable.
Off. Yeah, you can level 1 rush.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember that pro game where they went to level 1 Rosh at the start and it was like a 10-minute fight around the Rosh armpit and they just kept coming back and there were like 30 kills in the first 10 minutes because they were all level 1 and just respawning and teleporting into the Rosh pit? That was such an epic match. Anyway, it looks like we're actually going in for realsy now.
For realsy, bro.
For realsy, mate. Lead the masses on his Slardar, wiggling his way bottom. Wiggy, wiggy, wiggy. We have Sacrifusion. Swagger in his way mid.
We have Lion and Tree on the bottom lane here, so it looks like a tri-lane, and there, as I told you before, there's Rain on the off-lane hero.
They may just be going to try and secure this rune. The Tree may move up to help out Rain. Actually, I think what they're going to try and do, he's got D-wards on him here, they're going to try and make sure that the small camp isn't warded, and the Tree is going to sit in the jungle, do pulls how he can, and keep Rain alive at top and watch for that living armor. We've got a smoke on T-Raw, but I haven't used it yet. Full set of wards on the silencer as well. It looks like we might have an aggressive tri-lane here, in which case they're going to be sending the Invoker solo top against the Axe and the Storm mid lane. How do you think the Invoker Axe lineup is going to go if it's 1v1?
Invoker versus Axe?
Yeah.
I think Invoker's going to do quite well, assuming that he just stays at range and doesn't let Axe get close, but Axe can still farm in this case.
But Axe can still just walk up. The Invoker's not going to deal a lot of damage to him to start off with. And secondly, if he gets a few levels up in his, whatever you call it, Battle Hunger, it can do quite a lot of damage.
Exactly good.
But the other thing is that the Axe also has the living armor on his side.
It's an interesting one, because he's it looks like Quaz Wex by the first levels in Quaz.
Yeah, not really sure what he's going to build. Quaz Wex is the kind of counter-initiation that you might expect and want, but the Sunstrike would be rather handy if they want to get this Storm Spirit rolling, but it looks like no one's going to have a hand in mid lane here, so it is just going to be one-on-one mano a mano. And we have the double stun on bottom lane here. Silencer actually, yeah, he is here as well, and they spot out the Lion, just a silence coming out and a little bit of harassment. So this is going to be a little bit of a tough lane.
That's a lot of damage level 1 for that.
Yeah, it will be a little bit of a tough lane for Streamline here. But the thing that they can count on here is the fact that they can use the jungle, so they can probably get more levels up than the supports, and in fact even the Centaur Warrunner on the team of Howick here, because they kind of need 3 people in lane. Centaur taking a lot of damage from creeps. Wow. Oh, fight going on in the mid lane. Storm doing a bit of damage, but landing those razors. This is going to be really interesting. Does he have enough for another remnant? Oh, the living armor comes out, and Storm's in a lot of trouble. Is he going to get?
Oh, what a dodge!
Wow! Walks forward slightly, gets the dodge on the thing, and the creeps actually finish him off, but it gives the Storm Spirit the kill.
Well done.
Yeah, fighting with his creep wave there was a really big thing. I would be very interested to know how much damage Shadow Fiend took from the creep wave.
No fight recap for you.
Well, I clicked the fight recap and it looked like Storm only did 400 and something, so it means that the creeps did about 150 to 200 damage to him, which is, you know, quite a lot at this level.
Played it quite well.
Centaur actually getting a lot of farm on this bottom lane, out-farming the Slardar by over double. This may start to change slightly over time, and one of the things that, as I talked about before, is to see how the supports from both of these lanes kind of work up against each other, and that sounded oddly sexual.
Surprisingly doing really well.
Another fight going on in the mid lane, this time Pink Ball not looking so good. If the living armor comes out, this could be pretty nasty. There we go. He's going to have to run away, and a race comes out, and that's a return kill. Axe looking like he really wants to cut here. Really wants to cut. Oh, someone else goes down. Slard goes down on the bottom lane.
That's big.
I missed that by a little way because he's up already. But that must have just been with the double stun doing a lot of damage. No levels on double edge now. He's gone.
I don't think it was part of the double stun.
Oh, there's a DD rune on Tree as he walks forward and says,
gets close.
"You bugger off, mate. This is mine."
This is where you should be heading in Curse of the Sign, because it's going to hurt Slardar. 80 mana hurts.
Yeah. With only 200 mana pull. We see our Axe actually get his Tranquils up already. So this is the good thing about having a 1v1 matchup on top lane for that Axe, is after he runs in and destroys the creep wave, if he needs, he can walk into that jungle and get bonus farm. And he's got a call off on Justin at top. This is going to be really dangerous. He needs to throw out that cold snap or invis and goes down.
Nice. Miscast on that one. Didn't change any of his orbs.
And that's what I was talking about with the kind of brutality of the axe against the Invoker. The other thing is he's only really needs level 1 on that Battle Hunger because it still has the 12% movement speed and 12, like, either way. So a slow of 12% and an increase in 12% for his allows him to catch up to that Invoker and get the call off just at level 1. And now we're going to see him really start to dominate this lane, I think. He's going to cut and he's going to farm jungle. And if they don't do anything about it here from the side of Howick, then he's going to have a very fast Blink Dagger.
Yeah. This Centaur is working really strongly on it. 1,100 up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Get a bounty rune on our Rangers chasing Justin around saying, get off. He's probably going to get an early tower for them as well, and that gold could really help out. Level 2 up on our tree and protector now. It's doing a lot of pulls through. Gonna really want level 3
he's definitely
here.
just sitting in the jungle for now.
Yeah.
They can curse off. Slatter uses half his mana pool for that.
Can
I
you
think it's
use,
almost worth it for him to take the
can you
take the
use
damage.
sprint to cancel that?
No, no mana.
Okay.
Any
So
spells that consider no mana use do not count.
Are you sure? I thought
Yep.
there was like some you could use.
Even Puck Phase Shift. Oh, I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure that sprint doesn't count.
Well, Puck Phase Shift triggers it,
We'll
but
find
you
out.
take the damage
Find out.
anyway. Is he gonna use? He's not even gonna try to use it, so he doesn't want to take the bonus damage
sure he
anyway.
doesn't.
Oh
Don't
wait,
take any
that's the
bonus
wrong
damage.
spell. Wrong spell. I was thinking of the other spell.
So it definitely mustn't. Mousy would, because it would be free to do.
Oh, Invoker having a bit of trouble here. He's cold snapping and hitting rain, and he just doesn't care.
Really needs to just burn all his mana and get rid of him.
Uh-oh, here we go. He's got Ring of Health up as well, and he's diving now, and this is the speed boost I was talking about. A good tornado, and that's going to be able to save him as they TP one up to help. And I think this is the right move. They're doing well on that lane at bottom. If you look at the last hits between Slard and Centaur, he's doing pretty well, and they wanted to secure a fast blink on him, but this Axe is going to get an even faster blink at this rate, along with... Actually, it looks like he's going Vanguard first, but they need to try and give this Invoker a little bit of space, because at the moment...
What they need to do is have EMP going off on this guy. Just get rid of his mana pool. It's already very, very weak.
Yeah, the top lane is going to be very, very tricky otherwise. With 2 ranged heroes here, you can hopefully do something. As we see Centaur come into the jungle here.
Huh, you're right. It does work.
It
Sprint
does?
did work for him. He should have been doing that earlier then.
Yeah, so free cancel. It does mean you take more damage, so you got to be careful about the position you're in, but it shouldn't be too nasty. And here we see the power of Shadow Fiend in that mid lane. As you see, he's up at the rune already. With those level 4 on raises, the creep wave comes up, he just blasts it down and leaves, and we've only got level 1 static remnant on the Storm Spirit.
Going for more of a pool control build.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's not common on Storms today. It used to be the only way to play him, but now, with the lowered mana cost of his jump, you can play him full damage like that.
Looks like they're going onto bot lane here.
Yeah, they are. Hexy the Sexy running up, but he doesn't have a slow, so they're just going to back off. Quite a lot of damage coming out for the Slard.
Good hit by him.
Wow. Well timed. And this is where Living Armor comes into play. He has no
Ate
mana,
most
though.
of the living armor though.
Up top, Justin running away again from Rain and jumps into the creep wave and it's just going to cut. Doesn't give a crap. Even with T-Roar up here, they're not being able to do anything against Rain right now. I'm tempted to say they should swap the lanes.
I think they should have sent the Silencer top.
Well, if you now swap the Invoker and Silencer, what happens? The Invoker and Centaur. The Centaur farms. How's he going to do against an Axe? The Centaur can actually tank the creep wave up behind the Axe, especially with the stun from the Vengeful Spirit, and with the Silencer on bottom to keep no mana on the Slard. Oh, as they go on Senoj down here and actually kill
Very
him
easy
on the
kill
Silencer. And that must have been, yeah, all the disables from Lion coming out and an easy kill. Because as long as the Silencer's down there and there's no stun on the Slard, Invoker should be okay. Although, as we see there, that might not be the case because of the Lion.
Lion and tree combo there. Where they get
Yeah.
the lion just get right up close.
If we take a look at hero level now, we've got level 8 on both Axe and Shadow Fiend, both starting to kind of pull away, and Shadow Fiend now farming a stack as well. About to hit level 9 along with the Axe. Oh, very close. And then below that we have the Storm Spirit, nobody else level 6 yet. The other big level 6s we want are Lead the Masses down here, although his won't be hugely useful until he manages to get a Blink Dagger up as well.
Yeah.
The Centaur ulti is a big ulti when he hits level 6. That's a really big one. As
Who looks
Lion coming in with
It looks
Nature's
like
guys,
Axe is going in on top here, but he gets blasted straight away, so wasted that one.
but they can see him here, so this nice invis seeing ward down here on the lane to keep them safe, as they learned their lesson when they must have got ganked by a Nature's Guys Lion before, and that's how they died. Silencer just being a bit of a dick, using this combo to silence up the Slard and then drain his mana out, which is working very effectively.
It's leaving him on nothing.
In the mid lane, we've got now more on Overload. You usually see when you play this build, it's level 3 on Electric Vortex before it actually pulls you far enough to get into the Static Remnant, is it not?
I think so, I'm not 100% sure.
But right now he's settling for level 2. He does actually have T-Raw with him smoked up, but he just doesn't seem to want to initiate. He might be a little scared of the fact that he can drop a fairly decently damaged... Oh, and he also sees the Haystone bottled up on the Shadow Fiend. There's no way they're getting the kill. Well,
Definitely, I'm surprised that Storm didn't just go top and take the rune. He kind of left it, and then Shadow Fiend got a haste.
Yeah. That's
So there's a blink coming up on Axe. Looks like he's going to get the top lane here. There goes the call.
And there's a lot of damage coming out. One more spin and he'll get killed. No, he invises. And he'll get away here.
Not going to tick out on that one.
Bottom lane, they've actually found Centaur. And Shadow Fiend has killed the Centaur off and has 2.3k gold. That Haystone doing a lot of work. He's probably going to kill Centaurs here. That's a lot of damage coming out. That's an easy double kill there. This is the power of the Shadow Fiend and the power of the Haystone. And up top, Axe actually dies.
Wow, a turn gank by the Storm Spirit.
Yeah. So 1,200 gold on Storm is not too bad, but that's what you were talking about when giving away something like a Haystone this early on. Your mid laners can make such good use of a rune that powerful. I mean, as Singh likes to put it, rune of many rape.
Yeah, and it's all down to vision. But
Yeah.
they did have vision on that Shadow Fiend coming in, so they really should have seen it.
It's often pretty hard to react when they've got a Haystone, though. They come in very fast, and they're... for some reason I got the...
I almost hate this silencer.
I got the heroes around the wrong way, and I thought that Radiant had dived the back of the tier 1.
No.
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 So we see Axe and Shadow Fiend top of last hits here, and T-Raw should just be able to back
And
out.
there
Whoa.
pops the
The Yule Scepter doing a lot here, but Razor's just going to miss that. Would have killed, I think. It would have been very close. Down bottom, there's an initiation. Justin is actually going to get chopped by the Axe. The Blink Dagger being very effective here. Lead the Masses going to get out just. Storm Spirit going in. Where the hell did the Storm Spirit go in? Because he's gone in on the Axe, but he's taking a lot of damage here because of the teleport in from Sacrifusion. And the Centaur was trying to find the Lion in the back of play there, which is what I was watching for a little bit. But he didn't actually manage to find him as Lion jukes through the small camp here, down here. And Centaur doesn't find him, so that ends up being a very good fight for Streamline if we take a look here. A 3-0 trade.
Definitely a good switch, but not looking good for Team Howick here. They are definitely fighting back though, and they're seeing a lot more from it.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Though the one thing I'd like to see is hopefully there's some ways to get around Axe. Like, there aren't too many, but 4-star well-placed maneuvers will definitely help them out.
Yeah. We see Vanguard come up on Axe now. We take a look at the
Very good build for him.
7.5k net worth,
Dagger. He's also got the dagger up.
7.5k experience. So Rain here, and this is what Axe can really provide. If you give... Oh my god, the Storm could be in a lot of trouble. Did he know? I thought he managed to dodge for a second there. He could be in a lot of trouble when the stuns come out here from Lion, and that's going to be one dead Storm Spirit. The swap out! And he's going to get away. That's fantastic. I mean, he loses his life along with the Centaur with the Blink Dagger there as well, but they do save the Storm. Centaur blinking in to try and save him as well. In the end, because of the swap, wasn't needed and ends up throwing away his own life when it was only the thing required. And down bottom, we have Storm Spirit being initiated on. I think he should have enough mana to get away here. Yeah, and that's the power of Storm Spirit there.
Yeah, but still, they send him back to base. He's got 0 mana, has to go heal up to full again, and they can push this tower down. So it doesn't really matter much to them because of the way that they already got this. That is a very dead Invoker.
Boom! Town.
Wow, we got Spirit Bomb to the face.
He really did get Spirit Bombed there. I mean, that's level 2 Requiem. That's where it really starts to deal damage, and he timed that pretty well. Why is this a thing with with Yules. Why, when you come down from a Yules, does it ignore unit phasing? Does it pop you down and go, you can be right in the middle?
Actually land on top of people.
I don't see... Oh, Storm actually going in very aggressively here, but the Lion's coming in to back up Sacrifusion, but he's going to die. Great jump. And he needs support here, though. He doesn't actually have anyone, and he's going to drop as well. People in the back, but the haste, essentially, from killing the Axe is going to mean that they're going to lose a couple more here. At least one. Great stomp from the center. Double Edge goes out, but it's only level 1. Great coming in, but it's going to get silenced. Good swap on the centaur. He may get out here, lead the masses with no mana, but the living armor should keep him alive.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
But I think he should start using that EMP though. He hasn't been using it at all. Be a great initiation thing, and also counter initiation.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know why he's not using it.
It was a bit unfortunate. It was only level 1 on the double edge just there for the centaur, because that could have done a lot.
His build is pretty interesting, maxing out Hoof Stomp when you only really need it level 1, level 2. Then it's pretty damn strong.
Yeah, I mean, you get the damage from it, and it increases the duration, but only by 0.75 over 4 levels, whereas you end up with a 400 damage nuke from double edge, and AoE at that.
Yeah, frontal cone AoE is really strong for that. I mean, 175 to 210. He could have had it at 325, in fact 400, and really destroyed a lot of their team right there.
Yeah. I'm not sure what I think of that, but he may have been getting it to set up with other people, and to assume that he's
Spirit
going
Bomb
to...
is now back online?
Jeez, it doesn't take long for that to come back, does it?
No. But it was good that they killed him, because it does force him to have to refarm again.
Yeah.
Now they're looking for him. They might actually catch him out here, because he's just farming the lanes to get back up his souls.
Got a Blink Dagger as well, so it will be hard. Is he going to be... Nope, and there's this damage from the Storm Spirit ulti. And drop down a Remnant. Oh, just going to die. Good work, and there's
souls again, and they are out.
and Int going the way of the Silencer as well. Wait, why? Oh, Centaur ulti. I was like, why are they moving fast? Axe didn't chop anybody.
And they put them down back to 14.
We've got Vanguard on Slard as well. Slard actually opting Vanguard before Blink Dagger. Just going to use the sprint to start off with the Blink Dagger already on Rain.
Yeah, I think it's a smart decision because Rain already has it. As long as Rain initiates, he doesn't need to really be there straight away. He can afford to wait on his Blink. Yeah. But he did definitely get hindered by the bot lane, so you can see why he doesn't have it yet.
Yeah. They're just, if you just look at the item progression for both teams, it's just so much better item progression on the side of Streamline. And in part that is towers.
There's completed stuff coming up.
There are no towers on the other side, but it is in part due to the fact that they can get a lot of farm on the carries. As Rain jumps in, the Finger comes out, and Heart just gets chopped straight away. Nothing that anybody could do. T-Raw was just out of range with only a level 1 nether swap.
He took that to the heart. So many lame things. I love it. It's a very interesting type of build. And it looks like X caught another one. Catching the Silencer out. Not good.
He doesn't actually have enough mana for ulti Silencer! Nope, it's not going to go off. Storm going in and didn't get a return kill on the Lion. But he doesn't have much mana here and they're going to have to back out. Hexy the Sexy just sitting invis the entire game. Why do I need to do anything?
Just sitting and watching. All he's got to do.
Sit invis, throw out your living armors. He can actually be seen here.
Yeah, he just got out of the range of that ward.
But yeah, great pickoffs coming out from the Axe here, and you know, there's a reason a lot of teams don't like facing the Axe, because at the moment, you know, if you get a Berserker's Call, as you said, you get a Blink Dagger up on him, and it's like having a Magnus ulti this early on.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why they actually nerfed his AoE, now that I was thinking about it, because it is basically a full-on mag ult.
Especially
lower time, but
lower time, but only by a little bit. I mean, what is it, 2.5? 3.2?
So. 2 or 3?
3.2 as opposed to 4, so it's slightly lower time, and they look like they're going to go on hard again now, and we're going to see the Spirit Bomb, boom, insta-killed.
I really want to see how much damage that actually deals.
It deals full damage, so it's...
how much is full damage for that?
120 per 2 souls.
So 120
times 18.
I think that's 1,440, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're mistaken, because 100 times 18 is 1,800.
Yeah. After resists?
No, not after resist.
I think I'd be about right on the resist then.
So if you include the 20 times 18 is 360, so that's 2,160 damage before resist. And then 25%.
Right.
And 25% of 2,000 is about 250, so a little bit more than that. Take off 300, you're at about 1,800 damage. total.
A lot of damage. I think maybe I was thinking level 1 version.
It's actually a little bit less than 1,800.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's level 2. And level 3 it does 160. So 160, take off 0.25. That's 100 and... What?
Take off
Has fallen.
15 times 2 times a half. So 32. Take off 36. Yeah?
No, I think you just take off, wait,
36.
what am I doing with my maths? I don't know.
10% is 16. So 25 is 36.
Oh, Axe in very deep here. Is he... Oh, good swap coming out. That's clutch. He might actually save him here.
That's like
Oh no, good raise coming out as well. Invoker coming in to try and do what he can, but Tornado's actually just going to go through everybody and Storm. They have to bail out here.
Does have an Orchid now though, so he can definitely initiate onto someone and pop them.
Yeah, he does have that ability, but with the Blink Dagger now up on Slard as well, you have 3 Blinks, Shri ulti, you have a lot of ways to disrupt the Storm Spirit from being able to do anything. You really need that Silencer ulti out to actually initiate, then the only thing that can stop you is the Yules on the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, definitely on that one.
Shadow Fiend here, let's take a look at this net worth. Shadow Fiend here, 12,000. The highest on the Dire team right now is 7.5 on the Storm Spirit. That is a big fish.
Axe over doing it. Yeah, that armor Midas really just working it. Minus 13, that's gotta hurt.
He's just working it up here. Axe going in. There's actually no kills yet, and good ulti coming out. This could burn a lot of his mana, and 2 go down for the Roshan here. I don't know if this is quite worth it. Lion ravages, but he's actually going to die, and they can actually see him here, and he's going to have to pop that. Good stun coming out. What is he doing? There it goes. Hart finally gets it off. Lead the masses. Great. Oh, fantastic. Are they going to be able to finish off 5? We got the Slard coming back up. He's going to be able to blink. Yeah, he's going to be able to blink out. That was
a bad trade for
very good team fight for Team Howick there. They lost Heart in the end. Silencer at the start, nearly.
They lost Heart.
That was fantastic. 6,000 damage done. Most of it
great.
coming from the Storm and the Centaur. Centaur got off a couple of amazing double edges there.
And
the
at least
golden
3-man stuns.
Look at the EXP change. How did they get no EXP? 2 people died on Team Howick. How
Must have died out of range.
No, okay. So what happened is the Slardar died and was reviving when the Shadow Fiend died and his ulti going off from the death killed Heart, right? So no one was alive when he died. And then, I don't know about the Silencer though. And on bottom lane there's going to be another kill. The Storm Spirit just doing what Storm Spirit does.
Destroyed by Storm.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that Orchid. So if you ever get caught out as a support from Storm Spirit at this point, you're dead.
You are dead.
I don't know why they got no experience from the Silencer. I'm not quite sure how he died. Yeah,
maybe a
no idea.
later? I don't know.
And they got almost
Could have died to battle hunger.
4,000 gold from that team fight. Let's take a look at the swing here. 4,000 gold swing ends up not looking like a lot when you put it in comparison to the total net worth. It's quite a lot of experience.
Then you have to think about the items and what it gives, because gold on one hero is not worth as much as gold on another hero, right?
Yeah.
So Storm Spirit has quite a good gold advantage here, and he's halfway to BKB. That's going to be huge when it hits, especially on him.
They've got Orchid on Invoker as well.
So they got the shutdown coming up, which is good.
And there's a BKB
because
on
they don't have
Sacrifusion.
BKBs, apart from Sack. Sack has one.
Sack now has one.
But still, that's very strong. It allows them to control the team fights, and with the Invoker build currently, that's working to their advantage.
Yeah, it looks like we're going...
You're going to see them play a lot more cautious.
We've got a Medallion up on our Venge, and it looks like we're going to have a BKB up on our Storm Spirit at some point. Heart going for a Force Staff? I believe.
Not a Heart? Huh.
Oh, Tree really wants to catch this Invoker. Nope, just juking. He's doing a bit of dubstep. And down bottom, they're actually going on Sacrifusion here, but the BKB ultimate goes out along with the Silence, and they're not going to be able to stop him. They can't even kill him in time.
That was very close.
That was close. The Storm should have been hitting him while he was BKB'd there. He spent a little while running around and was a little too late to decide that they needed to kill him while he had that BKB up. But that was very close to him dying. I didn't actually think they would be able to do that much damage before he could activate BKB. Heart with his blink, looking to try and find someone. They do have a couple of... Wait, this is Radiant Force. Hart just getting fingered, and he's going to get chopped. Ready? Oh, he actually misses the chop. Is he going to get saved here? Is there a swap out? He doesn't need it right now. Lead the Masses comes in, and he's going to die. Justin has no spells up right now, and Invoke on cooldown. Sacrifusion comes back in, and he's going to drop as well. A really good... It
was good having all three of them in like there.
Yeah, really good turnaround there from Streamline.
Team Streamline here.
Sacrifusion comes back in after actually avoiding the gank bottom as well, and gets... Did he get any of the kills just then? Don't remember.
Sacrifusion?
Hit the fight recap, it disappeared.
He got 2 of them. Centaur and Vengeful.
Cool. And it looks like
check for the most recent kills.
Looks like they're going to try for high ground now.
Definitely should, because they've got their 2 major cores down, Centaur and Invoker.
Yeah. He's going to do what he can from the silencer, but he has to be very careful about how close he gets because of these blink daggers. Lion sitting there for a counter initiation on that storm. If he decides to jump in without having a BKB up, which he doesn't have. Scream coming out.
Error.
It looks like they might decide to just back off here. No?
As you can see, there's also a Gem of True Sight on the Treant Protector. Definitely to keep the warding down.
There's a dual scepter on Rain as well. An interesting pickup for your axe. I mean, oh, there's a great blink-in from Sacrifusion. This is going to be... Oh, fantastic swap! Good. Justin's going to die anyway, in actual fact, because of the blink-in from Lead the Masses. But it was very good. Hart coming in now, but the BKB's doing a lot. Storm takes out Lion in the background and tries to get out here. Sacrifusion just takes out the Centaur, and they go back to taking out the Srax with the 2 of the cores down now for Howick, and there's not a lot they can do. No mana on the Storm Spirit either.
And Slardar now. Slardar's run out of mana.
Yeah, that was a fantastic blink-in from the Slardar. It was a really, really good swap. It wasn't quite enough just because of the follow-up they had from the Slardar, but it was close. Storm ulti destroys trees, right? So if he ultied through those, it would reveal. Yep. And he's going to run out of mana here. They take out that mid lane Rax, get what they wanted, only lose the Lion, and just back out.
So it's good to see Howick really fighting them back now. It's good fun to watch them. They've grown so much since the last time they played.
Yeah, they got a little bit stomped in the last game, but this is better. Well, there's a BKB on Storm Spirit as well. That provides a lot. If he can, what he can do now...
One of the big swing items.
Yeah, if he gets into the middle of this fight, if they time this correctly, he can get into the middle of this fight, sit around, and really just throw out the damage and stop anyone from blinking in and initiating on his team. That allows the Invoker to sit back and get his spells off from range while he jumps in and, say, picks off the Lion and stops the Axe and Slard from blinking in, and he could potentially do a hell of a lot here.
The most interesting thing that I noticed though is why not just use the Silencer ult when he did that trick before? It would have completely shut that down.
Yeah.
But he didn't. There was the Silence ult chance where when Sacrifusion did his stuff that he hits, they're in big trouble.
Oh, good Yules coming out from Rain here. He's removed the Silence, but they have another one. He should die here quite easily. Yep. Goes to Centaur as well, which is fairly nice for them. That's going to give him his 4 staff if he wants.
It would be definitely good to see the Silence ult hit even after BKB, because Sacrifusion is definitely running the BKB early.
Yeah,
it's losing its charges, but the main thing is he always does it and then ults.
Yeah, and he needs to,
if he's doing that combo, you can counter it.
Otherwise, he's not going to get that off. They've got quite a lot of stuff on the other side to silence him, stop him from doing anything. So he really needs to be able to hit that BKB to use it. And if you time the silencer ulti well for that, and on top lane actually, they're going on Storm, but he's just going to fly it. Ooh, I'm not sure if he's got far enough here. Lead the Masses is very fast. Blink Dagger off cooldown in 4 seconds along with Sprint, but I think they're going to get away here. As we follow the tornado, almost hitting the lone creep. Dire's bottom tower. There's a gem on our Treant Protector here. Wonder if he's going to go D-ward.
He's using it to just D-ward them constantly, keep them...
He's not going to be able to see up the hill. He's got no wards of his own. Sacrifusion, 4.6k in the bank and a Yasha on him. Do you reckon we're going to see a Manta so he can have a secondary option to break the global silence here? So he can BKB when he needs to and break that global silence with the Manta.
Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't understand though. In that last fight, it was very, very obvious to just chuck the Silencer ult out, and that would have stopped Sacrifusion's ult anyway, allowing the who did they actually throw up in the air? Allowing the Invoker to survive, and then I think some more spells would have come out.
Yeah, I mean if you pop the Silencer ulti there, if you pop, yeah, it would have stopped the Slardar stun and the armor down from Slard, which would have kept the Invoker alive, but.
Very interesting, but Either way, both ways did achieve some purpose. It's just unfortunate that it didn't achieve
Yeah.
the right result.
Going for Aghanim's on the Invoker here, but I think we will see
Looks like they're going in on
two
the Spirit here.
2 or 3 BKBs
Blink
on the other
Dagger
side.
Lion. They're gonna get him.
Oh yeah, he's dead. Woo!
Very dead.
Gotta love fingering Storm Spirit. Silly little hero. Yeah, and that's the risky run, and that's what I was talking about with the Slard. And to
Looks like they're going on to the axe here.
people like Storm Spirit as well, he just drops so fast, and he's gonna blink out. Wow!
Wow, he got fire out.
Wow! He
Just
just
blink.
disappeared. So that was his own Yules he used to get out there, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. 2.5 seconds. So you have 0.5 seconds to react to hopefully get him, but it's very difficult.
Yeah. Especially if he can, like, wait a tiny bit after an attack before he Yules.
Scardy's up on the Shadow Fiend here. Hitting hard.
Take out this Roshan so fast with that double damage and Scardy on the Shadow Fiend. It's going to go onto
Breezy
the
speed.
Slardar, so he's going to really be looking
Looks
for
like he
initiation
doesn't-
here. And I think they're going to try and push high ground again on the bottom lane as they send Axe down to push it out.
Looks like there's going to be an 8-minute respawn onto the Roshan today.
It doesn't tell you until it gets up to that point. Then it tells you whether it's one off it's from 0 to 3 minutes, and that's to stop people like stream sniping it and stuff. In competitive play, essentially. Pink ball here. Pink ball. Look how spread out they're staying here. They don't want to get caught out by any stuns or any... They don't want to have anybody get like double caught out by anything. They need to have all their abilities to be able to be used to save whoever gets caught out here. As they look like they're going to march high ground. There's no Blink Dagger on Hexy the Sexy. He's staying back with that living armor. And we see a Blink Dagger in from Rain. Anzac Confusion, good ulti goes off and he removes the silence straight away with the BKB. BKB Storm coming in, going on Hexy the Sexy for some reason. He still has his ulti up, but he's silenced. He's going to get that off. It's actually going to miss everybody. And the Lion probably going to die in the back to the Storm. No! He's not going to. The Hex coming out, and there's a GG,
And
well
GG
played.
scored. Definitely a very good run by Howick here.
Sacrifusion and Rain in the end just getting too big. Too big. Rain had far too much of an easy time on that top lane against the Invoker by himself. GG! Streamline take the first game.
That Shadow Fiend had a lot of kills.
Yeah, he did. Now, I think the matchup in mid was fairly even. It didn't go badly for anybody. There was a good gank at the start on the Shadow. No, it wasn't even a gank. The Storm just killed him.
Nope, just soloed by Storm.
Yeah. And then he got a return kill. What really won Streamline this game is that Axe playing so amazingly from top lane.
I think what really did work it more was the more that they rotated, they made sure they did the simple things right. They kept the towers up with their current lineup. They made sure that the right heroes got the right farm and denying the enemy team's heroes farm.
I mean, the Centaur was getting quite a lot of farm on bottom. The Storm Spirit wasn't doing badly in mid. It was really just that Axe destroying up top, and it forced the changes in lane, which then allowed your Slardar to get farm. And because of that, such a quick Blink Dagger on the Axe, and of course Shadow Fiend just doing what Shadow Fiend does and getting very fast Yules and Blink Dagger, they managed to then just really bust open the game.
Yeah, I think they could have made a few more changes into it, but in the end it was still very solid play by both teams.
Yeah, it was. It was a good game to watch.
I haven't seen Howick play like that yet, and that was really good to watch.
Yeah, love to see Invoker in matches, and it ended up being, I think, one of the things also is that Storm Spirit, especially with that living armor, as I was talking about before the game started, he has a lot of trouble getting some solo pickoffs on them when you can living armor someone and their lineup's so tanky. He ended up killing Lion a hell of a lot because Lion was the only person he could kill.
Yeah, that's true, but he was also the one he had to kill. If he didn't kill Lion, most of the time he was getting hexed and silenced.
Yeah.
It was just getting hexed and destroyed if he didn't.
Because, I mean, we saw Storm Spirit go on Hexy the Sexy at the end there, and he just couldn't kill him. Anyway, it's about 10 minutes until the next match, so hopefully we see some more good plays, and I'm sure we will, actually, between these two teams. Streamline going 1-0 up, and so therefore it's...
hot favourites they're looking like.
Yeah, hot favourites.
They haven't dropped a game.
Still haven't dropped a game. Loser of this, between Team Howick and Streamline, will drop down to face
Right,
DBM in the lower bracket tomorrow before the grand finals, but stay tuned. We won't be too far away from the next match.
Might be Howick versus them again.